Nikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Monday, July the 17th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, y'all, Tracy was so emotional for me when she was just pleading with Ned. I'm going to give Tracy an I'm gonna give her an 8 and she can share it with everyone else. But honestly, the episode felt really long for me. Now I will be going on vacation this week, so I don't know if I'm gonna be reviewing any more of General Hospital. Since I'll be gone, it just depends on how the hotel Wi-Fi and everything goes. So we'll see, child. But anyways, let's move on. So we start off. Well, who do we want to start with? Okay, let's go Anna and Dante and Sunny. So they're at Anna's place, and she wants to use herself as bait to lure out whoever is trying to target her. And Sunny said, "I'm behind you. I put my money on you. I say go for it." Dante said, "Y'all stop being ridiculous. No, like you don't have the bureau behind you anymore, Anna. You're not a cop. You don't have the resources to do this." She said, "Well, wait a minute now. Don't forget that." I am Anna and I was that girl. I am that girl. And he said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And she said, "I'm gonna do this whether you like you can't give me permission." And Sonny said, "Well, just let me know what you need and we got it." And so Dante said, "Listen, I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna hold y'all long today." Dante said, "I'm not gonna let you do it. So if you don't let me help you do this, then I'm going to tell Robert and Mac." And she said, "Okay, that was a nice little chess move." And she said, but she didn't want Dante to help her because she said, "You have a family and this is dangerous. And I don't want you to lose your job and stuff behind it." And he was like, "I'll be all right." And she was like, "Okay then." So then moving right along, we see that when Sonny left, he actually went to see Nina, who was having lunch with Ava. So Nina and Ava were talking about her. Nina said, "Girl, give me some good news because it's just been downhill for me." And she said, "Well, I slept with Austin." And I said, "I still can't believe you slept with the man who had your child kidnapped. I don't care for how long it was. Like, baby, don't play with me when it comes to my child." But she said, "I slept with him," and Nina was like, "What? When did this occur?" And she said, "Well, we went to the nurses' ball together." And then here come Austin. I don't care. I don't like it anymore. I don't like Austin anymore with Ava. He gives me like something ain't right. Something is not right in the Kool-Aid. I don't know what it is, but Austin gives me stalkerish. He almost gives me NPD vibes or whatever. I'm gonna explain a little bit more later. But anyway, so he kissing all up on Ava and stuff. And Nina said, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but when I come back, I want to know all about how this started." So Nina leaves, and Austin and Ava talk, and he tells her Mason was very happy about Pilar. And she said, "Well, you kidnapped Ava." He said, "Well, he didn't care how it happened, but he has another message for you, and that's this is the person that he wants you to hire." And she said, "I just can't bring somebody in to be the nanny. Who is this person?" Because they want to hire the nanny to get information on Sonny and stuff, get for the pikeman deal and all that, just to be a spy on Sonny. And I said, if y'all like at the okay, we're gonna keep talking. And I said, "Oh, okay, this not okay. We're gonna keep it moving." So he said, "We want to do this," and she said, "I can't just do that. This is too risky." And then he said he thought you would say that. So he said, has two words for you, and I believe he said Ryan's Hope. And she said, "That's where my biological mother works, but there's nothing tracing us to them. I can't believe that he knows that and he's threatening her." And Austin said, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. That certainly sucks. Uh, that's horrible that he would do that." I said, "Ava, this man showing no emotion. Like he was saying it because that's what you were expected to say, but there was no compassion or sympathy or empathy from him." And I said, "Ava, something ain't right. Tell Sonny, girl, something is not right with Austin. I don't know, and I could be wrong, y'all. I could be completely wrong, but it's entertainment, and we all have our opinions. And my opinion is I don't like Austin anymore." But anyways, y'all tell me what you think. So then Sonny comes in, right? Child, this was a whole mess. Cause Sonny comes in and Ava's like, "What are you doing here?" And he was like, "Nina told me to come." And then Austin was like, hi, trying to shake his hand, want to join us. Sonny looked at him like, I don't know you. And Austin was like, well, okay then. So then Ava tells Sonny that she wants to hire a nanny or whatever. And he said, yeah, I know Pilar messed up or everything, but she loyal to the family, so it is what it is. She's taking a little break and she's gonna be on back. And Ava said, that's not enough. I don't trust her and I want to hire somebody. So he said, that's not gonna work for me. Anybody you try to hire, they're gonna have to come through me. Like, well, I'm gonna have to see him. I'm gonna have to look into it as well. And she said, of course, of course. And him and Ava had this little standoff because at first she was acting like she didn't want to do that because, with Mason. But when Nina comes through, Nina was like, everything all right? Because she felt the tension. And he was like, yeah, Ava, we got a problem. And she was like, no, we ain't got no problem. He said, all right, Nina, let's go. I said, she was having lunch with her friend. Anyway, Sonny takes Nina outside and whatever, and it's all good. And Austin looks at Ava or whatever. What you want her to do? She got a baby by a mob boss. He runs the shot. He calls the shots. So when they go outside, Sonny stopped and he looked and he told Nina, with that music change, she told Nina, what you know about Austin? And she was like, oh, he helped Maxie, and didn't he help rescue Avery, and yada yada yada. And she was like, I always thought he was going to die or whatever. And he said, well, if he's gonna be around Avery, I need to know about him. And then he said, when did this relationship with Ava? Sonny doesn't trust him. When did this relationship with Ava start? And she was like, I don't know that. He took her to the nurse's ball. Sonny doesn't trust him. And I said, listen, at this point, it's not Sonny, it's the writers. Because y'all expect us to see Sonny as Sonny, but then anybody can come in and get the one up. Like, you telling me Sonny would let a nanny come in? These are his children. He would let a nanny come in that he hasn't thoroughly vetted, and spy and get information. Like, knock it off. Stop it. Y'all already gave us this storyline with Dex. At this point, this is just lazy writing. It's just lazy writing at this point. But anyways, child, Sonny does not trust Austin. I said, yeah, keep that feeling and find out what's going on. My gosh. And who is this mystery person? Like, I'm so tired of the storyline. If y'all not gonna move it along, then let bygones be bygones on it. Let's move on. Because that's pretty much it, y'all. So then we go to, hold on, let me go to my notes. So then we go to y'all, we go over here and we see um Chase asks Gregory, you wanna enjoy some music and stuff in the park? And Gregory's like, there's no music. And then Eddie Mane starts playing and he said, what's going on here? He said, well, while I'm off duty, I'm taking, I'm looking after him because Brooklyn is worried about him with the, shooting at the Metro Court and all that. And he was like, well, that's nice of you. And then he starts to tell him about how Tracy set up. I mean, how Tracy helped him get his job, but she always wants something, but he didn't get to finish telling him that she was pretty much blackmailing Brooklyn, right? So then we move on from that to where Eddie is playing, and this man says, "Arrest this man, officer." And he said, what? Why?" And he was like, "Because he stole my territory. I play here or whatever." And Chase said, "Well, first of all, I'm off duty." And he said, "So you stopped protecting public when you off duty, serving and protecting?" He said, "No, but I'm off duty. And do you have a permit?" And he was like, "Permit? That's not rock stars." And I said, "Child." But anyways, so he and Eddie talk about, Eddie was like, I didn't know this was yours, but how about we share it and play some songs together? He said, I'm grunge, you're old. And he said, didn't grunge go out in the 90s? I said, it did. For the most part, it did. And he said, well, we're gonna have Eddie says, let's have a playoff to see who gets the spot. I said, Lord, and let the audience pick. Gregory said, what audience? I said, I know that's right, Gregory. Y'all not gonna sit here and waste my time. But anyways, we go over to the Quartermains and they hear banging and knocking and stuff. And Brooklyn and Tracy go in, and it's Olivia because they trying to have this Quartermain picnic and all that, but they can't. She can't for the for the how they do that every year with the foundation at the hospital and all that. But she can't find all of the different things that they need, and Ned would know where it was, and she can't do this by herself. And the quiet is kept. I forgot about this Eddie Main storyline and Olivia. So then we see Cody comes in, and he was like, Leo had a fall, and Leo was messing with the horses, knowing he wasn't supposed to be, but he's so upset about his daddy not knowing he's his dad that he was just went out there anyways. And Tracy said, enough with all this. I've had enough. I'm about to go take care of this myself. And so Tracy was tickling me this episode. She went to Eddie. Eddie and this man was about to have this playoff, right? And she said she called him by his full name, Ned. And he was like, "Oh, excuse me, that's not my name. My name is Eddie." She said, I know your name because I was in labor with you 24 hours. So what you gonna do is take your butt home and be Ned Quartermain." He's like, "Ma'am, I'm not Ned Quartermain. I am Eddie Main." And she said, "No, you are Ned Quartermain, and you have a family who loves you. You have a wife who loves you, a daughter who needs you, a little boy who's acting out and got hurt because he misses you." And he's distraught about all of this. And it was just the way she was pleading with him. Just please. Even if you don't want to, you don't feel it. Just lie. Just lie. Just lie and say you're Ned, or you feel something, and let me fill in the blank. Just lie. And so she was begging him, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I can't do it." And it was Tracy did a wonderful job in that scene of being Tracy, but also showing that she cares about her family. She cares about her family as well. And so Chase and Gregory were just standing back looking at it. And anyways, Eddie ends up leaving. He ends up leaving on whatever with Chase, and Gregory comes up to her, and that young man was trying to play again. Tracy looked at him, and he's like, he left. She said, "I don't want to hear that mess." And Gregory and Tracy talk, and she says, "If you say anything," he said, "No, I understand. As a parent, you want what's best for your children, and sometimes they don't, do it or whatever. So, he can't. I can't knock you for wanting Ned to be Ned, and he's just not." And so, but he did want to talk to her about Chase and what she did for him as far as the meeting that she set up to get his job back. So then we go over to the Quartermains, and we see that Brooklyn, Cody, and Olivia were talking, and Olivia said, "I'm about to cook because it soothes my nerves." And they were all like, "Right?" They were like, "Okay," because Leo is much better now. He'll calm down and everything. And when they're about to leave out and go their separate ways, they look, and Ned comes through the building, through the door with Chase. So we're gonna see what happens there, child. So then we go over here to my girl Lucy, who is with Jackson Montgomery. Okay, stop it. I'm acting like a whole bird because Jackson's still fine. But anyway, she go over there with him, and she's talking to him and about well, first she meets up with Felicia, and Felicia said, "Girl, what kind of dress is that? What you got going on?" And she said, "Yeah, when did you have time to go shopping?" Lucy said, "Baby, I didn't go shopping. I brought this on the trip with me." And she said, "You brought a dress like that?" Oh, y'all. "You brought a dress like that on the trip?" She said, "Yeah, why not?" She said, "Yeah, why not? Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready." So she tells her, "While I'm with Jackson tonight, you go over there and you get all the information, that you can get and everything." And she's like, "Okay, I will." So then we see that Lucy starts talking to Jackson, and while she's doing that, Felicia's at in his office looking through his files and everything, right? In the safe to get the file that they needed. So Jackson actually he was talking to Lucy, and he thinks she's there because of Erica Kane. And he said, "Me, Erica and I broke up, divorced years ago, and she doesn't even have, I believe it was called enchantment." And I said, "Baby, when they start saying things, it start coming back to your memory." He was like, she diverged from that years ago. And she was like, "I'm not here for business. That what I'm here for is totally different." And so she started talking. sweet talking him and everything, and then he gets a notification that a client needs his help, and so he's like, I gotta go. And she said, no, no, you don't want to go. I'll make this worth your while. And so she started rubbing on his leg and all that. So he's staying, right? While Lucy opened up the menu and see hummingbird cake, I said, oh, Lord, she's about to give herself away. And that's exactly what she did. So she started describing hummingbird cake and everything. And I guess he knows, how it's made and all that. He knows how it's made and who makes it and everything and all of that. So he's like, okay, the next thing we know, they're bursting in on Felicia after she got the evidence that she needed, and Lucy's in handcuffs. I said, Lord have mercy. What? And that was it, y'all. That was it. That was General Hospital Day. It was actually pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, it was pretty good for a Monday. It was filler episode, but it was all right. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you. I don't know when I'll see y'all again, but I'll try my best to see you the rest of the week. But it really just depends on how the Wi-Fi is, if I'll be able to upload any videos and stuff like that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Goodbye.